Hey, what's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of my California Golden Seals Draft to Glory franchise mode series, a mouthful of a title for one hell of a dramatic series. And the last episode, we somehow bested the Edmonton Oilers in the first round of the playoffs, and now we are set to take on the Los Angeles Kings. That said, I want to get to a couple of comments first and foremost. Charles, I'll tell you this, as far as the level of possibilities in which someone can jump up and down, for the most part, that does depend on the accuracy of their scouting. So, in terms of, whether or not like a low elite with very little info can drop to a bottom six, that's absolutely a possibility. Can a lesser scouted AHL potential jump up to top six? They absolutely can. A lot of it has to do with the scouting, but there is quite a bit of range for players to jump in terms of potential through the draft. Don't know why I had to yell like that when I said through the draft, but we did. When morale is turned off, does it affect team chemistry in any way if you drop a player down or get someone up or get rid of someone? No, because there is no, and as you can see on screen right now, there is no team chemistry tab. So if the morale system's off, it does not matter. And aside from that, the rest of the comments were mainly in reference to what to do with the lineup. And the main controversy comes with two players, that being the extremely underperforming Mika Vitaluoma, who's been, just so disappointing thus far, and the goaltending controversy as to whether or not Len Iliakis gets the chance to go back between the pipes to start the series, or if we stick with Stu Crabbe. And by popular demand, I think we are going to be sticking with Mr. Crabbe. We are going to advance day, otherwise with auto-rotate, it would take him out of the lineup. So let's get to the day and fix up this lineup. I think Stu Crabbe will be getting the opportunity until he slips up. And with Vita Luoma, we know that Gregory Cox is there. He is our main call-up option, and I think we are going to use said call-up option. I'm not sure what the rest of the lineup is going to look like. There's certainly potential to change things around, but I think for now we're just going to make that swap. We'll go best lines, and we'll see what it looks like from there as far as how this goes. Okay, menu lag, sweet. Just wanted to go best lines. Thank you. So at the NHL level, this is the tough spot because again we could base it off of how players have done. Like Jean-Francois had one goal. So obviously we'll look to leave him there. Like him and Henry didn't do all that well. Moreau's had a good series. Svoboda with 3 points, only 2 points for Saros. Then of course Nylander, Ivanov, McCauley doing well. I think Stefan Saros is going to be dropped, and we're going to go with him, Yang, and Francois. We'll have Cox on the third line. Probably not the best face-off ratings there, but maybe Cox, Svoboda, Moreau's isn't the worst way to go. Keep McCauley, Ivanov, and Nylander together. Nazarov, Fragapani, and Redden. I think that's what we'll do. We'll try Gregory Cox on that third line. He's a little bit better defensively, though. I'm going to have him as the center over Svoboda. And then defensively, always kind of a tough choice here. Richter, of course. Okay, actually, surprisingly so. That's kind of a tough call. It's right. Zeeler, who was struggling, at least in terms of plus minus. I think I'm just going to go with the best lines set up for that. We'll see how that goes. And Stu Crabbe is in. So that is the main change, that Gregory Cox is in the lineup. He's the one guy who had to take a back seat with us, keeping Nazarov on the club for this season after he didn't get offer sheeted. So we'll take a look at the Kings lineup before getting into this series. What are we up against? We're up against one of the top scorers in the league is what we're up against. We start off with 32-year-old Ilya Kozlov. He was taken in the same draft as Fragapani, that extra 2018 draft. So he was, I believe, the pick before. Fragapani was the third pick. So Kozlov, a veteran at this point, centered by Morgan Frost in 83, and then Alexander Grenier is the man that we are worried about, the number one overall pick in 2025. And in terms of him being a prolific point getter, yeah. 75 points is his lowest total over the past 4 seasons. His lowest goal total, 45 goals. Ridiculous. He is an absolute monster. Second line is Tristan Bolt, a 7th round steal and a half. My God. With Jim Fox, another former first round pick, and Nikita Chistov, a 4th round pick. My God. Hold on a second here. So Kozlov was theirs. Frost wasn't. Grenier was theirs. Bolt was theirs in the 7th round. Fox was theirs, and Chistov. They have done an amazing job in drafting. Elias Lindholm also there with Mark Jankowski. And Camden Gentile, the 22-year-old, a former first-round pick. Jesus. Pavel Zacha, 79 overall with Ricky Nesbitt, former 4th-round pick of the Hurricanes, and Nick Henry. So that is an interesting lineup. It's not the strongest lineup I've ever seen top to bottom, but they are pretty damn well-rounded, and some of the talent that they have. I mean, the center depth is strong, but they don't have that true 1C. I'm surprised in a way that, of course, if the AI was smarter, I think they would run with Grenier at center and bump up Chistov. Defensively, Maurice Marchand. And there's another dude that you know who I'm looking at right now. Oh, God. Maurice Marchand, the former 2nd overall selection in 2026. 3, 2, 1. Is with Anthony Rokon. He signed in Los Angeles. How did he do this year? 28 points. That's very Rokon-like. That's for sure. Oh my God, I can't believe we had to let him go out to that plus-minus. But the thing about him is he was never a big playoff performer. His 2 points in 6 games, more than he did for us over our last 2 postseason appearances. The second pairing is Marcus Nesterov, former 2nd overall, or 2nd round pick of the Canucks, with Eric Love in 83, former 1st round pick of Montreal. I'm sorry, I'm shook, clearly. Brandon Carlo, still there. Quick look at his attributes at this point, with Noah Juleson, now 35 years old. Healthy scratches, Daniel Sprong, Jimmy Millman, and Pascal Duchesne. Question is goaltending. Oh boy. Vyacheslav Malkin. Yikes. Probably number one goalie selected 1st round pick of the Wild back in that extra draft, the Fragapane draft. He's not, or at least hasn't been, amazing for the past few seasons, but 2024 to 2028, he was lights out for the most part. Capable of great things. This lineup in general, this lineup that they have, capable of great things. Are we good enough to combat this? Are we good enough to find ourselves back in the conference final? Let's find out. This series begins. I am anxious, nervous. Damn. Anthony Rokon. First period of game 1. Let's just do this. And my God. Okay, so Jankowski gets the opening goal. 3 minutes later, a little bit under, Kim Nylander scores. Ben McCauley makes it 2-1. Chistov ties it. Nesbitt gives them the lead. 3 goals on 7 shots. Stu Crab, not great, buddy. We scored 2 goals on 13 shots. Second period is scoreless. Now 26 shots to 17. The third period is underway, and we need someone, something, anyone, anything. Please step up. Another power play opportunity quickly goes to waste as we hit the halfway mark of the third period. Power play chance for the Kings is also killed. We're trading power plays left and right. Is this score off of a ridiculous first period going to hold? And the answer is yes. 5-goal first period, and the score remained that way. 41 shots, only 2 goals. They score 3 on 24 shots. Malkin with an amazing first game for the Kings, and unfortunately for us, in terms of goaltending, not the game that we needed from Stu Crab, and that really hurts. It really hurts to have that happen, and obviously it puts into question what could happen for this next game. And I'm honestly not sure if we turn back to Iliakis, if we just go with the hot hand. I mean, Crab is going to get one more chance, but this has to be a win. Has to be. And unfortunately, that third line didn't exactly gel, and the plus-minus is really falling off for them. So, that second line right now is killing it. The top line is not, and really it's just that second line that's getting the job done. So, I am going to reward them for that. And from here, it's kind of a tough call. We need more from these guys, obviously. 3 points for Svoboda, 3 points for Nazarov, Moroz with the 4. People might think this is insane, but whatever, we got to try it. It'll be Nazarov, Cox, and Redden on the third line. Power play time, still the same thing. In terms of the defense, it's kind of a tough call as far as what to do here. I think Cullen will get the bump up, and will more than likely run. Let's see, Pihlstrom has a point. So we're going to go Zieler and Pihlstrom as the third units, which is not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. We're going to go with Fuller and Cullen. I believe, Cullen has a pretty solid shot, actually. And then Richter Bokaboom. I have Bokaboom on that right-hand side. Not exactly what I was expecting to do. Perhaps we're pushing the panic button a little bit too soon. But the warning signs, of course, were there as a carryover from the last episode in that first round series against Edmonton that we could be in a little bit of trouble. And that first game, not all that encouraging, we'll say. But we have plenty of time to turn it around here, at least win Game 2, get back into a competitive position against the Kings. First period, and we do get the lone goal. It's Ivanov, so that new top line, the former second line, delivers yet again. 11 shots to 7 in our favor. Second period, and while they tied it, we do walk away with the lead intact as Gregory Cox gets his first of the playoffs. We have a 5-shot advantage and a 1-goal lead on the board as we begin the third period. Can we get that shutdown performance that we desperately need from Stu Crab? Power play opportunity goes to waste as we hit the halfway mark of the third. If there is another goal in this game, it's going to be gigantic. One way or another, Grenier has tied it. And we are going to overtime with 4:09 remaining. Grenier ties it. Oh, God, I'm not going to jump into it. But needless to say, we need a win. Let's see what we can do here. I don't know. As far as an overtime challenge predictions, I don't know. Let's do this. Overtime. Can we survive this? We so desperately need the win, and the LA Kings have a 2-0 series lead. Back-to-back 3-2 finals to begin this series. And unfortunately, we don't seem to have the answer that we need for Malkin, and we don't appear to have the goaltending that we're going to need to win this series. Alen Iliakis will be back between the pipes here in Game 3. Crab could not get us a W in that time, and unfortunately a 9-16 isn't exactly enough. And I mean, you talk about just this team and the underperforming players. That top unit right now certainly leading the way. 3 points for Svoboda, only 4 points for Fragapani, 4 points for Moroz. I mean, Nazarov, Redden. We need more out of these guys, and they just haven't been good enough. And I just don't know what else there really is to say about that. In terms of the team setup, I think I'm going to swap these guys around. Fragapani will be down to the third line. And I think we're going to leave it that way. For the moment, this Game 3 is the biggest game in a bit for this series. Definitely not the biggest game we've ever been involved in, but still extremely important. We need a win. If the Kings take a 3-0 series lead, we might as well just pack it up and go home. First period of Game 3, and that is exactly what we've been missing. Like, how else am I supposed to react to that? 3-goal first period. Fragapane scored 57 seconds in. Grenier ties it. Cox and Francois with 5 seconds left. It's 3-1, 13 shots to 8 at the end of the opening 20 minutes. Am I overly confident, cocky? Am I, jumping around the room doing flips? No, because we're not out of the woods just yet. We still need to get the job done. Second period, case in point, why you don't get overly excited. Carlo and Jankowski, this game is tied as we head to the third period, where again a loss puts us into a perilous situation, and what would be obviously a must-win as we trade power play chances. The next goal will decide this game at this point. Under 5 to go. Are we destined for overtime for the second game in a row? Yes, we are. And again, a loss here is a death sentence. Someone needs to score. Someone needs to be a hero for the Golden Seals. We are desperate for this win. Power play chance goes to waste as we're almost halfway through that first OT. Are we destined for double overtime at this rate, or will there be a late winner in this first overtime frame? It's looking likely that we are, and indeed we are, going to double overtime. You know the deal. Don't blink. You'll miss it. This will end within 5 seconds. This one within 3 seconds, more than likely. Here we go. Moment of truth. Who's it going to be? And it is Miroslav Svoboda. 51 shots to 34. 4-3 is your final. We are outplaying them. That is the frustrating thing. This time, though, we were able to get to their goaltender. I play too much FIFA. 2 points each for Fragapane and Svoboda. The third line delivers, and we have hope as we take Game 3. This series is not yet over. That is a gigantic win. To have just a little glimmer of hope rather than knowing that this is an elimination game is a huge boost for us. Iliak is still not exactly killing it. I think offensively we just leave everything the same. Maybe look to change things up if necessary. Unfortunately, between Francois and Zhang, we're not getting that much out of them. I gotta be honest. I think I'm gonna make a change to that fourth line. Fourth line was okay in the regular season, but I need a little bit more, and that is where Vita Luoma could come back into play here. I think we're gonna send down Yang Jiang, and add Vita Luoma into his spot. I don't know for sure if he can play center, and for that reason, again, it's Macaulay, Ivanov, Nylanders, Svoboda, Fragapane. Yeah, I was going to go best lines, but let's go back to Vita Luoma. Can he play center? Not really. But Soro kind of can. I think I'm going to take that into account. So yeah, let's play Soro at center. And we'll see how that goes. We'll leave it for now. Changes will be made if we lose this next game, which hopefully we do not. Hopefully it ends up being Game 5 back in Oakland with a tied series. But it does come down to this game. Iliakis gets another chance. He gets us the win in Game 3. Can we tie this series up? It's Game 4. Just as important to not be down 3-1 heading back home. First period, and it's a decent start. Nico Pihlstrom gets the opening goal. Maurice Marchand, another goal from a defenseman, ties it, but Kim Nylander restores the lead. They outshot us 9-8. We have the 2-1 lead on the board. Second period, and it's a goal apiece. Nesbitt and Gregory Cox with 16 seconds left. They have the edge in shots, 23-16. We have the advantage on the scoreboard. Let's get this third period going. The next goal, if there is one, may just decide it. If it's the insurance goal, we're in a good spot. They tie it, we're in trouble. Damn it. Bolt gets the goal. 5 minutes left. Are we going to overtime for the third time in this series? Yes, we are. Overtime again. Let's go. Will it end early? Is it another double OT game? Is it somehow a triple OT, which never happens? Here we go. We are halfway through the third. Is there through the overtime, tied at 3, and we are again going to double overtime. 44 shots to 31. This is it. Again, it will end within 3 to 5 seconds. Let's see what happens. Game 4 goes to the Los Angeles Kings. Pavel Zacha, 14 seconds in, and we are down 3-1. Nesbitt and Zacha leading the way for the Kings. 14 seconds is all it took in that double overtime. And we are 1 loss away. We must win 3 straight games to continue this series, to continue this season. And if we lose, again, so many questions. So many questions will have to be answered. As far as this lineup goes, I think we go best lines. And as far as the setup here, I think we go Saros, Cox, Francois. Let's go with... It's actually kind of a tough call here, but Vita Luoma, Svoboda, and Moroz. Macaulay, Ivanov, Nylander, Nazarov, Fragapani, Redden. We go with the best lineup available. Defensively, Folder Zieler, Richter Pielstrom, Cullen, and Bukaboom. The goaltender, though, is going to be Stu Crabbe. I feel like he gives us the best chance to win. Has Len Iliakis played his final game as a member of the Golden Seals? Perhaps. That is a distinct possibility, and that might not be the case for just him. It's Game 5. We're not out of this yet, but it is a must-win game. Let's see what happens. First period here on home ice. It's a goal apiece. Ben McCauley and Bolt scores again. 12-9 advantage for them in shots. Second period, and we are 20 minutes away from being eliminated in the second round. Pavel Zacha. We're dead even in shots, not even on the scoreboard. If we don't get the next goal, it's over. Power play for the Kings is killed off. We get a quick one of our own that we can't do anything with. Under 12 minutes left. No goal from Redden. No goal from Nazarov. Power play chance here is killed off. And the California Golden Seals are out. Again. So at this point, what can you say? At this point, what can you say? We have a strong season. And we get to the playoffs. We outlast Edmonton. And then nothing. Just nothing. Dylan Redden had 36 goals in the regular season. Do I even need to look at our player stats here? Macaulay, Ivanov, Nylander, you all did so well. You're the reason we even got close. Redden had 7 points. That's not good enough. If we're going to win, that's not good enough. For a 94 overall player, that is not enough. Same for Fragapani. 6 points, it's not enough. 6 points for Nazarov, that's not enough. Svoboda did alright. Saros did okay. In terms of defensemen, just the point contributions weren't there. Moroz had a great regular season, fell apart. Just so disappointing. So disappointing. You look at Vita Luoma, who had perhaps the most disappointing offseason, and then, of course, the likes of Iliakis and Crabbe, where, again, has Len Iliakis played his final game in a Golden Seals uniform? If we look at the task ahead, that being the draft and this upcoming offseason, we do have questions that need to be answered. Stu Crabbe is an RFA. Is he going to get that much better? Maybe, maybe not. He's already not looking for an extension. We could attempt to let him walk. If we do, we do have the other Fragapani there, although that might not be a totally ideal scenario. But there is the option as far as just ditching Iliakis for a 7th, potentially keeping Crab or trying to get compensation for him, but that is the current goaltending situation. Defensively, Fuller is on an expiring deal. He was on 5.9, that 8-year deal. He is now going to be looking for at least 8. He does not want to resign, so we're looking at $9+ million for a 20-point getter, which is not ideal. And again, someone who's never performed in the playoffs. So Barry Fuller, the smart move might be to let him go, because otherwise we're going to have to drastically overpay. It's also an expiring contract for Nico Pihlstrom, who at 29 years old is looking for at least $7 million with him not wanting to re-sign, right? Is $7 million, I mean, for someone who doesn't even put up 20 points, am I wanting to pay $7 million? No, I'm not. So I think Nico Pihlstrom may have played his final game here as well. Cullen isn't going to get any better in terms of what he's looking for. There's just no way that I'm paying him closer to $4 million a season. He put up 16 points here in his rookie year. I think if we play the smart, Fuller, Pihlstrom, and Cullen all walk. I mean, we do have Shattenkirk here. Henry Shattenkirk is an 82. 7th round. Jesus Christ. So yeah, don't let anybody tell you that we haven't drafted well in this series, because holy shit. 7th round, low elite and 82. He'll be ready to step into the lineup. Francois will be ready. Holmberg will be ready. We have guys that we can have step up into this lineup. So I'm not afraid to let go of Fuller, Pihlstrom, and Cullen. I'm not. I think we can afford to do it. And then forward-wise, Nazarov is an RFA. Again, the option is out there. He had a 64-point season, which was great. In the playoffs, not as great. He did okay, but not well enough. It's his last year as a restricted free agent. So again, we have that option of just re-signing him, which money-wise, we're looking at $10 million. Probably a smarter move to just let him go and hope he gets offer sheeted. Ben McCauley had a pretty damn good season this year, 55 points for the 2nd year in a row. He is also not wanting to re-sign at the moment, but $5 million for that, pretty solid. I think we'd take him up on that offer. And then you get guys like Soros, Svoboda, Francois. There's some moves to make, but I think the big decision, of course, McCauley's going nowhere, but what do we do with Nazarov? What do we do with the goaltending? And do we just let go of the 3 defensemen who are UFAs? There's going to be more changes. And despite the fact that we made the playoffs this year, in lieu of changes that we made, I think next year, changes that we make might be the first year that we miss the playoffs in a while. Maybe we get lucky and get the draft picks that we need to try and restock for the final few years. But I think it speaks to the issue again. Underperforming players in the playoffs. We have the ability to get rid of anybody that we want to. The player in a 7th for a 7th, just to say goodbye to him. It's not that the cap space is a problem, but that would be a quick way to say, okay, we're blowing it up and trying again. In the last few seasons, we go on some hard times for a couple of years, get some good picks, and hope that's enough. A couple of different strategies we can take. But regardless, we're done. We are out. And in the next episode, we hopefully get back on track to wherever the hell we're going. It's kind of what we have to decide at this point. That said, this episode is done. Thank you very much for watching. Your support means the absolute world to me and my dog, because she gets plenty of, I can't say the word because she's right there, Treat. Lucky for me, she doesn't know how to spell, but she's looking at me funny. I just want you to know that. But yeah, you know the deal. Support the video, support the channel. Helps me out, helps you out, because YouTube will actually tell you when the hell I upload, which is really cool, actually. And yeah, check out everything in the description. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you then.